Beneath the vast ocean, where over 70% of our planet lies unexplored, secrets lurk in the deep. When fishermen cast their lines into these mysterious waters, they sometimes pull up things that no one was meant to see. What strange and unexplained wonders could be hidden beneath the waves? In May 2012, a group of fishermen caught a strange creature while fishing in rough waters. The creature struggled violently, moving in a nearly human way, which frightened them. One fisherman dropped the net back into the sea, but not before recording footage. The brief glimpse showed a humanoid figure with a tail, leading to speculation of a mermaid. Marine biologists who reviewed the footage could not identify the creature or classify it as any known species. A father and daughter were fishing on the weekend in Baltimore, Ohio, when they noticed turtle claws poking out of the water, showing signs of being trapped in a pipe. The father decided to help by grabbing the claws and trying to free the turtle. He first used a rope, but after several unsuccessful attempts, he used his hands to pull it out. The turtle was large, weighing over 50 pounds with a shell covered in algae, indicating it had been trapped for a long time. After freeing it, the turtle stayed near the boat for several minutes, as if showing gratitude. The father described this as one of the most emotional moments of his life, feeling a strong connection with the ancient creature. Have you ever witnessed or been part of a rescue like this? Share your story with us. A video captured by an unknown source shows what appears to be a small skeleton found on an undisclosed beach. The skeleton, about 3 feet long, has features resembling a human child's skull, but with a spine extending into a fish-like tail. The unusual proportions don't match any known marine animal. The skeleton was picked up briefly out of curiosity and then released. Some speculate it could be a mythical mermaid, though this is unproven and likely a hoax. Experts who reviewed the footage noted some unusual anatomical features but could not conclusively identify the skeleton. The bone condition suggested it had been in the water for months or years. Now, moving from myth to astonishing reality, what prehistoric creatures still roam our waters? A film crew in Tasmania, with a local researcher, found the largest known freshwater crayfish. Using traps and nets in remote waterways, they first spotted a juvenile before discovering a giant female crayfish feeding on bait. The crayfish was prehistoric in appearance, measured 61 centimeters long, and weighed over 3 kilograms, larger than some small dogs. Its powerful claws required careful handling with special equipment. This rare, protected crayfish was estimated to be over 60 years old. After documenting and photographing it, the team released it back into its habitat, providing valuable scientific data. This massive catch went viral. Weighing several tons, many animal lovers worried it could affect fish populations in the area. The footage shows fishermen hauling in an enormous net that may have contained tens of millions of fish. The net was so heavy it required multiple boats to bring it up. When released, fish spilled across the boat like a silver wave. The catch's estimated value was over $2 million, but the environmental impact raised serious concerns. Normally, fishermen try to avoid catching juveniles to protect the species, but sorting through such a large catch was impossible. Marine conservation groups used the footage to support calls for stricter fishing regulations to protect local ecosystems. The fishermen received criticism from environmental organizations worldwide. Before continuing, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, please hit the notification bell and subscribe. It helps this channel so much. And if you do that, I will do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Deal? While mud fishing in India, a fisherman discovered a rare and unusual scene where a large catfish appeared stuck trying to swallow a smaller reef shark. The catfish, measuring over 6 feet, had the 4-foot shark caught in its jaw, unable to free it as the mud dried. Despite efforts to separate them for over an hour, the catfish's grip remained locked. Eventually, the fisherman had to carefully cut the fish to free the shark. The shark showed signs of being alive when caught, with defensive marks on the catfish. Marine biologists suggested the catfish likely attempted to prey on something too large. A huge female lobster was caught by fishermen in Maine, measuring 3 feet from head to tail and weighing 27 pounds, one of the largest ever recorded in the area. Its large claws could easily crush a human hand, and growth rings on its shell showed its advanced age. The lobster carried thousands of tiny eggs on its back. Female lobsters carry about 10,000 eggs per pound, so this one could have held over 70,000 eggs, estimated to be at least 100 years old. The lobster, named Bertha, was released back into the ocean to preserve its valuable genetic contribution. The release was documented and shared with marine research institutions studying lobster longevity and reproduction. But sometimes, even the giants of the ocean get caught in unexpected situations. What if a whale's catch doesn't go as planned? While chasing its prey, a large humpback whale accidentally beached itself on the coast of Mexico. The whale, over 40 feet long, followed a school of fish too close to shore. Locals kept the whale wet and noticed it had a huge fish stuck in its mouth, a giant tuna nearly 6 feet long and weighing around 400 pounds. A local marine biologist explained the whale had been using lunge feeding, a technique where it opens its mouth wide to engulf water and fish, filtering water through baleen plates. With help from fishermen and over 50 volunteers, the whale was tied to boats and dragged back into deeper water after nearly 8 hours. Both the whale and the tuna survived and were released safely. In February 2019, while fishing in Colombia, fishermen caught a large, unfamiliar-looking fish entangled on their line. They realized they had discovered something extraordinary. The fish measured nearly 8 feet long and had features not matching any known species in marine biology databases. Its body was elongated like an eel but covered in armor, like scales resembling those of ancient creatures. It had fur-like material over its eyes and around its mouth, with bone-like fragments on its outer skin. Its mouth contained rows of needle-sharp teeth suited for gripping, and its disproportionately large eyes had an unusual gleam. Due to its rarity, the fish was released after marine biologists took extensive photographs and tissue samples. The discovery sparked international interest, with researchers worldwide requesting access to the data. Some suggested it could be an undocumented deep-sea species, while others saw it as a possible evolutionary link to prehistoric times. A rare single-eyed albino shark was caught by a Mexican fisherman in the Sea of Cortez. The adult dusky shark, about 7 feet long, was pregnant when caught, and its fetus was torn apart. Upon inspection, fishermen discovered the unusual baby shark with only one eye in the center of its head. The baby shark was albino, a condition affecting fewer than 1 in a million sharks, and had cyclopia, where both eyes fused into a single functional eye positioned where a nose would typically be. Marine biologists confirmed this as the first verified case of its kind. The specimen is preserved at a marine research facility where scientists study the genetic mutations involved. The discovery highlighted questions about factors influencing marine life development. A tiger shark washed ashore by high tide on an Indonesian beach in 2022. The shark measured approximately 12 feet long and weighed around 800 pounds, making the rescue challenging. Her breathing was labored, and her gills struggled to extract oxygen from the air. A rescue team of over 20 people used ropes and coordinated efforts to drag the shark back to the water. The operation took nearly 3 hours, with volunteers keeping the shark's gills wet and digging channels in the sand to guide her to deeper water. When she finally swam away, the crowd cheered. The rescue highlighted that even apex predators can be vulnerable and benefit from human assistance. Which mysterious creature surprised you the most in this video? Share your thoughts below. Do you think any might be undiscovered species or legends come to life? In March last year, a mysterious creature was reportedly caught in the Pacific Ocean near the Japanese island of Shikoku, sparking renewed debate about mermaids. The creature, about 12 inches long, had features resembling both humans and fish. Researchers, including a marine biologist and archaeologist, examined the specimen, which appeared mummified and is said to be kept in a temple in Asakuchi. Carbon dating reportedly placed it in the 18th century, and X-rays revealed an unusual internal bone structure. However, many remain skeptical about its authenticity, suggesting it could be an elaborate hoax or a misidentified specimen. The discovery has attracted interest but remains unconfirmed by scientific consensus. Fishermen in Yemen accidentally found a dead whale containing a rare 127-kilogram lump of ambergris, also called floating gold, used in perfumes. They noticed an unusual smell from the whale carcass washed ashore. Ambergris forms naturally in sperm whales but rarely in such large amounts. The fishermen, who usually struggle financially, sold the ambergris for over $1.5 million to an Emirati businessman. With the money, they bought better boats, equipment, and started a cooperative to help other local fishermen. The discovery gained international attention for the valuable substances found in marine life. In 2020, an Indian fisherman, Subhash Salan, caught 2 giant manta rays during deep-sea fishing near Mangalore, off the Karnataka coast. One manta ray weighed 750 kilograms and the other over 250 kilograms. The nets were so heavy that they required the combined effort of his crew and additional boats to haul them up. A large crowd gathered as cranes lifted the rays, with the larger one having a wingspan of over 20 feet, one of the biggest ever recorded in Indian waters. Recognized as an endangered species, the fishermen consulted with marine conservation groups and chose to collaborate with researchers to study the manta rays before deciding their fate. The discovery provided valuable data on manta ray populations and emphasized the importance of protecting these remarkable creatures. A group of young fishermen in Australia caught a large bull shark while surf fishing near the beach. The shark, over 10 feet long and weighing around 400 pounds, was hunting in shallow waters when it took the bait. The fight lasted nearly 2 hours, with the shark making strong runs that nearly broke the fishing line. The fishermen worked together, taking turns to manage the catch. After measuring the shark identified as a mature female, possibly pregnant, they carefully removed the hook and released it unharmed. Their decision to let the shark go sparked discussion among fishing enthusiasts, with many praising their conservation efforts. The encounter was filmed and later used in marine education programs to promote shark conservation. Local fishermen off the coast of Manapabo, Puerto Rico, caught an exceptionally large lobster measuring 4 feet in length and weighing over 40 pounds. The lobster was so heavy that it required several men to carry it ashore. The fishermen said it was the largest lobster ever caught in the area. Marine biologists estimated its age to be over 80 years, making it a rare and significant specimen. The discovery sparked discussions about lobster longevity and the impact of fishing on these ancient creatures. The lobster was sold to a restaurant owner who planned to display it before making decisions about its future. Beyond the giants, some fish survive the harshest environments. How do lungfish live in mud for months? Seasonal changes create mud swamps where African mudfish, or lungfish, survive by living in hardened mud for months. During a prolonged drought, a fisherman caught dozens of these heavy, slippery fish, some over 20 pounds and nearly 4 feet long, hidden beneath dried riverbeds. Using traditional methods and modern tools, he extracted the fish, which would provide essential protein to his village through the dry season. Their survival shows remarkable adaptation to harsh environments. In June 2019, divers in Tokyo encountered a giant leatherback sea turtle feeding in a shallow area of the Pacific Ocean. The turtle measured about 8 feet long and weighed over 1,500 pounds, making it one of the largest sea turtles documented. The turtle appeared curious, approaching the divers and allowing them to swim alongside for nearly an hour. It was feeding on a large bloom of jellyfish, using its powerful jaws to consume them efficiently. Marine biologists who reviewed the footage estimated the turtle to be over 100 years old, possibly among the oldest living ocean creatures. The divers described the encounter as a rare and memorable experience. In 2013, British fisherman Bernie Campbell caught the world's largest albino catfish on the Ebro River near Barcelona, Spain. The fish measured almost 3 meters long and weighed 227 pounds, beating the previous record by 10 pounds. Its rare albinism made it ghostly white, a condition affecting fewer than 1 in 10,000 catfish. After a tough 45-minute battle using specialized gear, Bernie released the giant fish back into the river to protect its species, despite its high value to collectors. His catch amazed even experienced anglers. The mantis shrimp is a powerful marine creature known for its bullet-fast punch, strong enough to break aquarium glass and crab shells. It has some of the most advanced eyes in the animal kingdom, seeing colors beyond human vision. Usually living in shallow tropical waters, mantis shrimp shelter in burrows and grow up to 15 inches. A skilled fisherman safely caught a large, nearly 12-inch mantis shrimp with vibrant colors and released it back to the ocean, respecting its role as a top predator. In June 2022, a 661-pound stingray, the largest freshwater stingray ever found, was discovered in Cambodia's Mekong River. Measuring almost 4 meters long with a wingspan wider than a king-size bed, it took 12 people to handle it safely. Despite pollution and dam construction threatening the river, this healthy giant shows the ecosystem still thrives. After careful study lasting over 4 hours, researchers released the stingray back into the river. Estimated to be between 50 and 80 years old, it gives hope that conservation efforts are working to protect the Mekong's biodiversity. Subscribe now to join our community of explorers uncovering the ocean's best-kept secrets. Don't miss what's lurking just below the surface. Horseshoe crabs look like crabs but are actually relatives of spiders and scorpions, unchanged for over 450 million years. They have blue blood containing copper, used by the medical industry to detect bacterial contamination. A quart of their blood can be worth up to $15,000. Found in shallow coastal waters, they come ashore in large numbers to spawn. A fisherman recently caught a large, 2-foot-long horseshoe crab weighing nearly 10 pounds, then released it, respecting its vital role in marine ecosystems and medicine. A group of fishermen caught an unusually long, hollow fish with a body as slim as a piece of cloth. It measured over 15 feet but was so thin it appeared almost two-dimensional from the side. Its translucent body allowed light to pass through, giving it an otherworldly look. The fish had little flesh over its face, creating a skeletal appearance, and large eyes relative to its thin body. Despite their decades of fishing experience, the fishermen couldn't identify the species. The creature moved like a living ribbon, unlike any known fish. Marine biologists who saw photos were also puzzled. Some suggested it might be a deep-sea species not yet documented, others thought it could be new to science. Its hollow body structure did not match known marine life. The fishermen described the fish as nearly weightless and glowing faintly with bioluminescence when brought to the surface. After thorough documentation, they released it back into the ocean, recognizing it as a rare discovery. While on a cruise off the coast of Baja California, Mexico, passengers had an unforgettable encounter with a pod of giant gray whales. The whales approached the boat, allowing close observation and interaction rarely seen in the wild. One whale seemed to gently touch the boat, and passengers were amazed by their size and curiosity. The largest whale measured about 45 feet long and weighed roughly 40 tons, yet moved with surprising gentleness. The interaction lasted over an hour, with multiple whales taking turns near the vessel. Marine biologists noted that while gray whales are known for their curiosity, such close encounters are very rare. The passengers described the experience as life-changing, deepening their appreciation for marine conservation. The whale's intelligent and gentle behavior inspired many to support efforts to protect these majestic creatures. A year ago, fishermen in an undisclosed river in Uzbekistan performed rituals, offering chicken meat to a mysterious, large serpentine creature believed by locals to guard their fishing grounds. The creature, reportedly over 30 feet long with a thick body and a head combining reptilian and mammalian features, remains unidentified by science. Its glowing eyes are said to hint at intelligence, and it appears only when offerings are made, disappearing around strangers. Authorities have investigated but shared no details, leading to theories that it could be an ancient or unknown species. The mystery continues to fascinate locals and researchers alike. Thank you for watching this journey through some of the most mysterious discoveries made by fishermen worldwide. These encounters challenge what we know about marine life and hint at unknown creatures lurking beneath the surface. brave fishermen have given us rare glimpses into a hidden world, reminding us how strange and wonderful nature truly is. As we keep exploring our waters, more incredible discoveries are sure to come. If these stories amazed you, please like, share, and subscribe for more surprising and mysterious finds. Until next time, stay curious. Extraordinary secrets are waiting to be uncovered. Bufflejags River. In January 2008, near the village of Suerbroek in South Africa's Western Cape, a group of friends enjoying a barbecue along the Bufflejags River reported an encounter with the legendary mermaid-like creature known locally as the Caiman. According to their account, they heard mysterious splashing in the water and saw a figure resembling a woman with long black hair. As they approached, the figure reportedly looked at them with eyes that had a red tint, inducing a hypnotic-like state. The witnesses claimed they had to pull each other away to break free from the trance. Despite multiple people allegedly witnessing this event, the story did not gain widespread media attention. But not all mermaid encounters happen in the shadows of rivers and lakes. Sometimes, something washes up on shore, sparking intense debate. British Beach Mermaid. In October 2016, the coastal town of Great Yarmouth, Norfolk, England, became the focus of intense speculation after reports surfaced about a mermaid-like carcass washing up on the shore. Local resident Paul Jones shared images online showing a figure with a human-like head and a fishtail, causing a social media frenzy. Many debated whether this could be genuine evidence of mermaids or just another hoax. However, further investigation revealed a different story. Paul Jones is a well-known modeler with a passion for creating eerie sculptures. His social media activity, particularly within the horror and Halloween DIY community, strongly suggested that the so-called mermaid was nothing more than an elaborate fabrication. This event mirrors past mermaid hoaxes, such as the infamous Fiji mermaid, a grotesque taxidermy creation that combined different animal parts to resemble a mythical creature. The Great Yarmouth Mermaid serves as yet another reminder of how quickly modern social media can turn a staged spectacle into a global phenomenon, reigniting age-old debates about the existence of mermaids. But mermaid stories are nothing new. In fact, some of the earliest recorded encounters date back to the time of the Roman Empire. Pliny the Elder's accounts. Reports of mermaids date back centuries, and one of the earliest comes from Pliny the Elder, a Roman naturalist of the 1st century. In natural history, he documented sightings of tritons, male merfolk, and nereids, sea nymphs, along the coasts of modern-day Portugal and France. A delegation from Olisipo, now Lisbon, reported to Emperor Tiberius that a triton had been seen off their coast, fitting traditional descriptions. Pliny also noted that nereids were spotted on the same shores, but, contrary to popular belief, their human-like parts were covered in scales. Even more disturbingly, the governor of Gaul informed Emperor Augustus that multiple nereid corpses had washed ashore, and locals claimed to have heard their sorrowful songs before they passed away. Ancient texts are one thing, but what about modern-day encounters? Some sightings are captured in eerie photographs that leave even skeptics scratching their heads. Cave sightings. In the Philippines, a particular incident took place near Calangaman Island. A tourist captured a photograph where the silhouette of a mermaid-like figure appeared beside them. Witnesses noted that the area had a strong, pungent odor following the sighting. Interestingly, the mermaid wasn't noticed during the swim, but was later spotted in the photograph. Unfortunately, by then it was too late to investigate further. While Calangaman Island doesn't have a mermaid statue, the town of Atimonan in Quezon Province has erected a mermaid statue along the shore, commemorating frequent mermaid sightings reported over the centuries. Even famous explorers have claimed to see these mysterious beings. And one of the most well-known sailors in history, Christopher Columbus himself, was convinced he had seen mermaids with his own eyes, but was he right? Before we continue, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just press the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It means the world. It really supports this channel. And if you do that for me, I promise my team and I will do everything we can to make this show even better for you. Deal? Christopher Columbus's observation. On January 9, 1493, while sailing near what is now the Dominican Republic, Christopher Columbus reported seeing 3 creatures he believed were mermaids. In his journal, he described them as rising well out of the sea, but noted they were not as beautiful as they are said to be, pointing out that their faces had some masculine traits. Today, most historians agree Columbus likely encountered manatees, large aquatic mammals native to the Caribbean. Often called sea cows, manatees have rounded faces, human-like eyes, and paddle-shaped tails. They can grow between 10 and 12 feet long and weigh anywhere from 800 to 1,200 pounds. Their slow movements and habit of surfacing for air may have led sailors to mistake them for mermaids. While some mermaid sightings happen by chance, others have been so unsettling that they've actually stopped major construction projects in their tracks. Stay tuned. Zimbabwe Reservoir Encounters. In 2012, construction projects near Gokwe and Mutare, Zimbabwe, came to an abrupt halt, not due to engineering issues, but because of mermaid sightings. Workers at the reservoirs refused to continue their tasks, claiming that encounters with these mysterious water beings filled them with fear. The situation escalated to the point where Water Resources Minister Samuel Sipipa Nkomo informed a parliamentary committee that laborers were being driven away by mermaids, leading to significant project delays. To resolve the crisis, traditional leaders were called in to perform appeasement rituals. At the Gokwe Dam site, these ceremonies included brewing traditional beer, an offering believed to pacify the Nzuzu, mermaids, in Zimbabwean folklore. Following the rituals, officials reported that work resumed without further disruptions. If an entire workforce refuses to continue a project because of mermaid sightings, does that suggest a deep-rooted belief in their existence? Or could it mean they truly saw something unexplainable? What do you think happened in Zimbabwe? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Hebridean Mermaid, Scotland. In 1830, off the coast of Babancula Island, Scotland, a routine seaweed harvest took a strange turn when a woman spotted an unusual creature in the water. According to reports, it resembled a miniature human, leading her to call for help as others rushed to get a closer look. However, the encounter took a darker turn when a group of children began throwing stones at the being, striking it in the back. Just days later, its lifeless body washed up on shore, reinforcing local beliefs that they had witnessed a mermaid. Witnesses described it as small and human-like, yet undeniably otherworldly. Though skeptics argue this could have been a misidentified marine animal, locals remained convinced that they had encountered something extraordinary. Henry Hudson's encounter. On June 15, 1608, during his second voyage in search of a Northeast Passage, English explorer Henry Hudson recorded an encounter. According to his ship's log, 2 crew members, Thomas Hills and Robert Rayner, spotted a creature in the waters off the coast of Novaya Zemlya, Russia. They described it as having the upper body of a woman with pale skin and long black hair, while its lower half resembled a porpoise's tail, speckled like a mackerel. During this era, reports of mermaids were common among sailors. Many of these sightings were likely misinterpretations of marine animals, such as manatees, seals, or large fish. The vast unexplored ocean and the seafaring superstitions of the time helped fuel these enduring legends. Of course, not all mermaid sightings hold up under scrutiny. Some are revealed to be elaborate hoaxes designed to fool the masses. Mermaid in India. In December 2017, a series of images and videos flooded the internet, claiming to show a mermaid-like creature discovered along the coast of Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, India. The visuals depicted a figure with a human-like upper body and a fishtail, quickly sparking intense speculation and debate. However, investigations soon disproved the authenticity of these alleged sightings. The so-called mermaid was actually an animatronic sculpture designed for entertainment. Constructed from wood and fiber, the figure included mechanical features that simulated breathing, making it appear eerily lifelike. Further analysis traced some of the footage to a Nicaraguan YouTube channel, JJPD Producciones, which is well known for creating fictional videos using computer-generated imagery. The channel's creators explicitly stated that their content, including the mermaid videos, was purely for entertainment purposes and never intended to be taken as real evidence. Captain John Smith sighting. One of the most well-known mermaid encounters is often linked to Captain John Smith, the English explorer famous for his role in the early American colonies. According to popular retellings, Smith reportedly saw a mermaid in 1614, describing a creature with the upper body of a woman and the lower half of a fish. But is there any truth to this claim? Research suggests otherwise. The first known mention of this alleged sighting didn't appear until more than 2 centuries later. In 1849, French writer Alexandre Dumas published a story in the Gazette of the Union, recounting how Smith supposedly spotted a mermaid swimming near the shore. Dumas described her as having large eyes, a well-shaped nose, delicate ears, and long green hair. However, upon noticing her lower half, Smith realized she was not human. But here's the catch. Historian Von Scribner found no mention of mermaids in any of Smith's original writings. Scribner traced the origins of this tale back to Dumas, suggesting it was a fabrication designed to enhance his own fictional works. Still, some sightings are harder to explain. When a diver in Mexico claimed to capture a mermaid on video, the footage was so convincing that it sparked a massive debate. But was it too good to be true? Cave swimming, Mexico. In 2016, a diver exploring an underwater cave in Cancun, Mexico, posted a video claiming to have captured footage of a real mermaid. According to his description, as he descended into the cave, he spotted the silhouette of a creature with a human-like upper body and a fish-like lower half. Convinced that he had filmed undeniable proof of mermaids, he shared the footage online, fueling speculation. At first glance, the video appears impressive, perhaps even too convincing. The uploader stated that others were present in the cave, but he was the only one with a camera, raising doubts about the authenticity of the footage. Despite the bold claim, the video failed to gain widespread attention or verification from credible sources. With no supporting evidence and a lack of expert analysis, this so-called mermaid sighting has been widely dismissed as a hoax. If you were the only one to witness something incredible, would you expect people to believe you, or would they dismiss it as a hoax? Do you think this diver really saw something, or was it all just for attention? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and follow the channel to discover more interesting things. Japanese soldiers reports. In 1943, during World War II, Japanese soldiers on Indonesia's K Islands reported encounters with orangutan, meaning human fish. Locals describe these creatures as nearly 5 feet tall, with pinkish skin, humanoid faces, spikes on their heads, and carp-like mouths. Instead of fishtails, they had webbed, frog-like legs ending in talons. One report came from soldiers patrolling a lagoon. They saw a thrashing in the water before an orangutan leaped onto a rock, making a strange gurgling, burping noise. Another appeared, swimming toward them. Uncertain of the threat, they fired their weapons, but the creatures vanished. Sergeant Taro Horiba later examined a lifeless specimen, confirming its strange features. Despite his efforts, no formal study followed, leaving the true nature of the orangutan a mystery. Sometimes, mermaid encounters attract more than just curious onlookers. They attract million-dollar rewards. Kiryat Yam sightings. In 2009, the coastal town of Kiryat Yam near Haifa, Israel, gained international attention after multiple reports of a mermaid-like creature. Witnesses described a being resembling both a young girl and a dolphin, seen performing acrobatic leaps at sunset before vanishing into the Mediterranean Sea. One of the first to speak out was Shlomo Cohen, who claimed he and his friends saw a woman lying on the sand in an unusual way. As they got closer, she suddenly leaped into the water, revealing a fishtail before disappearing. The growing number of sightings led the Kiryat Yam municipality to offer a $1 million reward for undeniable proof, such as a verified photograph. The offer sparked media frenzy, with the town betting that the tourism boost would outweigh the prize money. NBC's Destination Truth even sent a team to investigate. After a week of filming, they claimed to have recorded a human-like figure diving into the sea. Though marine experts deemed the footage inconclusive, they could not entirely dismiss the possibility that something unexplained was lurking in the waters. Archaeological mermaid skeleton. One of the most intriguing artifacts linked to mermaids is a mysterious skeleton housed in the National Museum of Denmark. According to reports, a farmer discovered the remains while plowing his field, an unexpected find that echoes some of history's most significant archaeological discoveries, many of which have been unearthed on private land. Over the years, several alleged mermaid skeletons have surfaced, often sparking debates about their authenticity. However, this particular specimen stands out as one of the few displayed in a prestigious national museum, adding a layer of credibility that similar findings often lack. And the mysteries don't stop there. As recently as 2023, a strange body washed ashore, leaving locals questioning whether it was just another decomposed animal or something far more sinister. Keppel Sands skeletal remains. In July 2023, a mysterious carcass washed ashore on Long Beach in Keppel Sands, Queensland, Australia, sparking widespread speculation. Bobby Lee Oates, 34, discovered the 6-foot-long remains, describing a human-like skull, an elongated jawline, and patchy hair resembling that of a cow or kangaroo. The body appeared to have a tail or limb, leading Oates to say it was exactly like a mermaid shape, but hairy. Photos quickly spread online, igniting debates. Some believed it was a decomposed dolphin or dugong, while others suspected a terrestrial animal. Rob Deville, a marine expert from the Zoological Society of London, stated the remains definitely belonged to a small cetacean, such as a whale or dolphin. Despite expert opinions, the exact species remains unconfirmed, fueling public curiosity. New Zealand mermaid. Off the coast of South Island, New Zealand, a group of 7 fishermen from Papua New Guinea stumbled upon what they initially believed to be human remains on the beach. Concerned, they immediately contacted local authorities. However, upon closer inspection, officials determined that the skeletal remains did not belong to a human, but rather to a creature displaying both human and fish-like features. This shocking discovery quickly sparked speculation, with many believing the fishermen had uncovered the resting place of a mermaid. While some suggested it could be the decomposed remains of an unknown marine species, others argued that it might have been a case of misidentified sea life. Despite widespread debate, no definitive conclusion was reached, leaving the mystery unsolved. But mermaid lore isn't just about sightings and skeletons. Some cities have embraced mermaids as part of their culture, creating entire artistic movements dedicated to them. Norfolk Mermaid Discovery. In 2022, the city of Norfolk, Virginia, continued its celebrated tradition of showcasing mermaid sculptures throughout its urban landscape. This initiative, known as Mermaids on Parade, began in 1999 when local attorney Peter Decker proposed the idea as a tribute to Norfolk's deep-rooted maritime history. Over the years, the city has embraced this tradition, commissioning hundreds of uniquely designed mermaid sculptures, each crafted by local artists to reflect Norfolk's artistic and nautical culture. For those interested in experiencing this collection firsthand, the Norfolk Arts Commission offers an interactive map detailing the locations and artistic details of each mermaid installation. Additionally, visitors can join guided experiences such as the Best of Norfolk Mermaids tour, which provides deeper insights into the stories and symbolism behind these sculptures. While these mermaids are artistic creations rather than cryptid sightings, their presence continues to fuel the fascination with mermaid mythology. And in some places, the legend of mermaids isn't just told, it's performed in a spectacle that has drawn crowds for decades. Weeki Wachee Springs performers. In the heart of Florida, Weeki Wachee Springs has captivated audiences for decades with its iconic underwater mermaid performances. Unlike cryptid sightings, these mermaids are real-life performers, adorned in elaborate fishtails, gracefully executing synchronized ballet routines in the crystal-clear waters of the Weeki Wachee River. The attraction was founded in 1947 by Newt Perry, a stunt swimmer and entertainment promoter. Using his expertise in underwater performances, he trained the first group of mermaids, launching what would become one of Florida's most beloved tourist attractions. Over the years, Weeki Wachee Springs has drawn visitors from around the world, proving that the fascination with mermaids remains as strong as ever. Recognizing its historical and cultural significance, Weeki Wachee Springs was officially added to the National Register of Historic Places in 2020, ensuring its preservation for future generations. While these mermaids are performers, their enduring presence highlights humanity's deep-rooted curiosity about aquatic humanoids. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next topic you'd like to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Eric Osinski, a New York resident, goes fishing every weekend with his son. One day on Lake Champlain, he expected to catch trout, but instead found an unusual creature about 50 centimeters long. It looked like a mix between an eel and a leech, with a large mouth full of small, sharp teeth. When he shared a photo online, experts identified it as a lamprey. Lampreys live in rivers, lakes, and seas, growing up to 48 centimeters long. They attach to fish and feed mainly on fluids, though scientists sometimes find fish bones and fins in their digestive tracts. In some countries, they are a delicacy, but since they can harm fish populations, they are not farmed in bodies of water. If you think lampreys are strange, wait until you see the next creature, one that appears to glow in the dark. Flashlight fish may appear computer-generated, but they are real. These tropical fish, usually under 14 inches long, are skilled at catching prey. During the day, they hide in deep waters to stay safe from predators. At night, they venture out, relying on their glowing organs beneath their eyes. These organs contain bacteria that emit blue light, attracting small crustaceans while helping them evade predators. Scientists believe flashlight fish also use their glow for communication. Despite their continuous bioluminescence, they can control when to turn it on or off as needed. If you reeled in something bizarre, would you keep it or throw it back? Let us know in the comments. And if you've ever had a strange encounter on the water, we want to hear about it. Nature is full of mysteries, but what if some of our oldest legends weren't just stories? Could a camera have finally captured something long thought to be a myth? A diver in the Pacific Ocean expected to see vibrant marine life, but instead encountered a creature resembling a mermaid, half human, half fish. Luckily, his camera was on, capturing the moment. Mermaids, or undines, appear in many cultural myths, said to inhabit various water bodies. Once depicted as mysterious beings, they later became known as beautiful figures with fish tails. Legends say they interacted with humans, hoping to transform into one. While no scientific proof exists, stories of encounters continue. Even Christopher Columbus reportedly wrote in 1493 about seeing mermaid-like figures off Africa's coast. Perhaps this diver experienced something similar. While mermaids remain a mystery, the next discovery is far from fantasy. What happens when something from the skies crashes into the ocean? This next fisherman found out firsthand. In mid-November 2022, a Filipino fisherman discovered unusual metallic debris. When the Coast Guard arrived at the scene, they were able to identify it as part of a Chinese rocket carrier. At the end of October that year, the launch of the Long March 5B rocket took place, aimed at deploying the mentioned module to a multi-module orbital station. However, after completing its mission, the rocket stage began an uncontrolled descent from orbit and landed near the Busanga and Mindoro Islands. Notably, this was the fourth instance of such an orbital descent involving this type of rocket. In 2020, remnants that did not fully burn up in the atmosphere were reported to have fallen near a settlement in the Ivory Coast. The recent debris fall in the Philippines led NASA to increase its monitoring of future launches, as such incidents highlight potential risks. Had the debris fallen on land, it could have caused damage or injuries. Falling debris is just shocking, but what about something hidden beneath the waves for centuries? Before exploring, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just hit the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel so much. And if you do that, I will do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Deal? In 2006, a Filipino fisherman caught in a storm near Palawan Island waited it out. When the sea calmed, he found something heavy on his anchor and went underwater to check. He discovered a massive mollusk containing an enormous pearl. He kept it under his bed for 10 years. In 2016, a house fire forced him to move, leading him to take the pearl to a tourist office. The staff was stunned. It measured 66 centimeters long, 30 centimeters wide, and weighed 34 kilograms, setting a record. Now displayed in Puerto Princesa, experts estimate its value at over $100 million. Finding a priceless pearl is one thing, but witnessing nature's raw power is another. Imagine looking into the water and seeing a tornado, but made entirely of fish. The creators of this video were lucky to witness a fish tornado. Thousands of fish swim in circles, forming a tornado-like shape that sometimes stretches out or tightens into a dense ball. They do this primarily for protection, as it deters predators and makes it harder to target a single fish. However, some predators have adapted by swimming into the center, breaking the school into smaller groups. Interestingly, some fish, like yellowfin tuna, use a similar strategy to hunt, trapping prey in the middle. This fascinating behavior showcases fish intelligence. Tornadoes of fish are mesmerizing, but not everything in the ocean is what it seems. What if a fish could latch onto you and refuse to let go? This next discovery is both fascinating and unsettling. A fishing trip took an unexpected turn when a remora fish latched onto one of the men. Known as suction cup fish, remoras attach firmly to marine creatures like sharks, turtles, and rays using their specialized dorsal fin. This helps them travel safely while cleaning their host's skin of parasites and food remnants. Their grip is so strong that water pressure alone can't remove them, thanks to self-regulating muscles. This unique symbiotic relationship benefits both species. In this case, the remora may have mistaken the man for a marine creature or simply wanted to experience life on land. Not all catches are living creatures. Sometimes, what a fisherman pulls from the water carries a message from the past, one that will leave you speechless. Sometimes, fishermen find more than just fish. Gregory Delizio, an amateur fisherman from Virginia, discovered a glass bottle near the Solomon Islands containing handwritten notes and a photo. Passionate about fishing and cleaning up trash, He was frustrated that day due to a poor catch and a broken rod. While picking up litter, he spotted the bottle, initially mistaking it for discarded items. Inside, he found messages dedicated to Emma Jean Enos, an 82-year-old woman from Maryland who passed in 2021. Written by her grieving great-granddaughter, the heartfelt notes touched Gregory, easing his frustration. A message in a bottle is a rare find, but what about an entire school of fish mysteriously appearing where they shouldn't? Sometimes, to support the population of certain fish species, specialists engage in responsible artificial restocking. If you've never seen how this works, this video is for you. Stocking a natural water body involves carefully introducing fish to help sustain or enhance the ecosystem. Typically, this process takes place in the spring when the water is rich in nutrients. Both young fish and adult individuals are used in this practice. For large-scale stocking, specialized equipment is used, as shown in this video. In such cases, fish are transported in tanks on vehicles and released into the water through controlled methods, such as a hose system. In some instances, aircraft, including planes and helicopters, are also used for distribution in remote areas. Stocking efforts are often conducted in locations popular among anglers and are also commonly implemented for managed artificial ponds. Some things we find in the water have a logical explanation, but others remain a mystery. At first glance, this video appears quite ordinary. In the footage, people are seen carrying a large sea creature ashore, sparking online debates. Some viewers have speculated about its true nature, with claims ranging from an unusual fish species to something more mysterious. According to some accounts, a fisherman saw a large tail emerge from the water, leading to speculation about what he had found. Interestingly, different versions of the video have surfaced online, with some suggesting that earlier versions look different. While there is no confirmed evidence of any alterations, this has led to curiosity about the original clip. Could this be an unusual case of mistaken identity? Or is there another explanation? Which of these shocking discoveries amazed you the most? Or have you ever seen something unbelievable while fishing? Drop your wildest fishing stories in the comments below. We might just feature the best ones in a future video. Speaking of mysterious creatures, what would you do if you saw something long, serpent-like, and unidentifiable in the water? That's exactly what happened to a group of fishermen, and their footage has left scientists puzzled. A group of young people set out on a fishing trip, capturing their adventure on video. During filming, they noticed something unusual in the water. At first, they thought it was a large fish swimming near the boat, but on closer look, the creature didn't resemble any commonly known marine species. It appeared to have an elongated, snake-like shape, leading to speculation among viewers. The video quickly gained attention, with users discussing possible explanations for what was seen. Some believe it could be a rarely encountered deep-sea creature, while others suggest it might be a known but rarely observed species. While there is no scientific confirmation of what was captured, the mystery continues to spark curiosity and debate among viewers. Not every strange sight in the water is terrifying. Sometimes, nature surprises us with something downright hilarious. The creator of this video captured an unusual and amusing moment while fishing. He noticed a school of carp closely following a duck, almost as if the bird was leading them like a true guide. This clip quickly gained popularity, sparking curiosity among viewers who shared their thoughts on why the fish were trailing the bird. Some suggested that the duck's movements stirred up beneficial nutrients from the bottom, attracting the carp. Others pointed out that koi carp naturally move in groups and often follow larger aquatic creatures, possibly mistaking them for their kind. In this case, the school of fish may have simply exhibited this instinctive behavior. Fish acting like ducks is amusing. But what about creatures the size of a small car, that prefer to live in peace? These gentle giants are massive, but they have a surprising reason for seeking human contact. Manatees, often called gentle giants, are large but entirely non-aggressive. They prefer a peaceful, slow-paced life and sometimes interact with humans. Found in shallow coastal waters from the southeastern United States to Brazil, they thrive where algae are abundant, often grazing in these areas. An adult manatee eats up to 30 kilograms of algae daily, which suits their size, up to 4 meters long and over 550 kilograms in weight. Mostly nocturnal, they rest during the day. Despite having no natural predators, American manatees are endangered, mainly due to boat injuries and fishing net entanglements. They also gather near warm water outflows from power plants, which can be risky. Conservation efforts in the United States aim to protect these gentle marine mammals. We expect to see deer in forests, but what if one appeared where it had no business being? Deer are often seen near forests and meadows, but the creators of this video spotted one swimming in the cold Atlantic Ocean. Imagine their surprise. Initially, the fishermen thought the animal might be disoriented and considered offering help. However, the deer quickly swam away. Deer are known to be strong swimmers and sometimes settle on remote islands surrounded by rivers, which helps them avoid competition for food and reduces the risk of encountering predators. But the Atlantic Ocean is quite different from a river, and its waters are much colder. So why would a forest animal swim in the ocean? In some cases, deer may accidentally end up in open waters due to disorientation or while escaping predators. When this happens, human assistance might be necessary. However, according to the video's creators, this particular deer was likely returning to a nearby island and did not require intervention. Some things in the water are living mysteries, but others are lost pieces of someone's past. What if you found an object that had been missing for over a decade? This next discovery is nothing short of a miracle. In 2010, American Coral Amai lost her digital camera while rafting down the Colorado River. It contained cherished travel photos, including pictures from her friend's wedding the day before. She searched briefly but accepted the loss. 13 years later, fisherman Spencer Gaynor found the camera at the river's bottom. He took it home, dried the memory card, and was shocked to find it still working. Using the photos, he tracked Coral down on Facebook. This incredible story proves that sometimes miracles happen. If this video made you rethink what might be lurking beneath the surface, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got more unbelievable discoveries coming your way. Cameras can capture some amazing things. But what happens when a creature outsmarts the person trying to catch it? This next animal proves that intelligence isn't just for humans. This fisherman found an octopus in his nets. Instead of releasing it immediately, he decided to observe its actions. Octopuses are known for their remarkable intelligence, so the fisherman thought, why not put this to the test? He recorded everything on video. As seen in the footage, the octopus quickly moved toward the side of the boat. It discovered a small gap and managed to squeeze through it, successfully returning to the ocean. This fascinating behavior showcased not only the octopus's intelligence but also its flexibility. Flexibility is a key survival trait for these creatures. Their boneless bodies allow them to contort in various ways, helping them escape through narrow spaces. Additionally, octopuses can change their skin color to blend with their surroundings and release ink clouds as a defense mechanism. These incredible adaptations make them highly skilled survivors and hunters in the wild. Some sea creatures are known for being smart, but others are famous for their incredible journeys. What happens when an entire population of fish ends up on the road instead of in the river? Sometimes you don't need a lake or river to fish. Salmon can be caught right on the road. In Washington State's Squamish River, located in Mason County, large numbers of chum salmon spawn from October to December, traveling hundreds of kilometers upstream. However, their journey here is more dangerous than in other rivers. Heavy seasonal rainfall causes the river to overflow, stranding salmon on roads where they risk being harmed by passing vehicles. This annual event is well known to locals who drive cautiously, but it amazes tourists. Despite the danger, the chum population remains stable. Most die after spawning, having exhausted their energy in reproduction. It's rare to see fish on the road, but some fish take things even further, literally. Asian carp, a large fish found in many U.S. waters, are known for leaping out of the water. Adults grow over 1 meter long, weigh about 45 kilograms, and consume around 20 kilograms of food daily. A single female can lay up to 2 million eggs, making them highly prolific. Their rapid consumption of food depletes resources for other species, leading to efforts to manage their spread. Projects like lock systems aim to control their population, but they continue to thrive, especially in the Illinois River. Tourists and fishermen often see them jumping, sometimes causing accidental injuries. In some cases, people have been hit, leading to minor fractures or bruises. Additionally, they scare away native fish, affecting local fishing activities. Still with us? That means you love a good mystery. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss the next shocking catch caught on camera. Jumping fish are strange enough, but what if the ocean itself started glowing? One fisherman pulled up something from the deep that still defies explanation to this day. A network user shared a mysterious story about his brother, a longtime fisherman. Over the years, he has discovered rare marine life and artifacts, but one morning he encountered something unexpected. While checking his nets, he noticed a strange underwater glow. Initially mistaking it for fish scales reflecting sunlight, he soon realized his nets contained glowing, lantern-like creatures. Though lifeless, they continued emitting a golden light. The fisherman shared this only with his brother, who later posted the story online. Since he refuses to show the creatures to others, their true nature remains unknown. We've seen glowing creatures, jumping fish, and even tornadoes underwater, but the strangest discovery of all? Fish in the middle of the desert? This final mystery will leave you speechless. In the Arabian desert, people witnessed an unusual phenomenon. Amidst the sands, a river appeared to flow, filled with a surprising number of fish. This did not resemble typical spawning, and the fish seemed unusually small. But what could have caused them to leave their original body of water and end up in the middle of the desert? Some observers speculated that a lake had recently formed near the site, and strong winds may have eroded the shores, causing water to spread through the sands, along with its aquatic inhabitants. However, the possibility of such a small lake holding so many fish remains uncertain. Others suggested that extreme heat led to the drying up of a nearby body of water, prompting the fish to migrate in search of a new habitat, though this theory is also debated. One plausible explanation is that the fish might have accidentally fallen from a truck transporting them. Regardless of their origin, the sight of fish scattered across the desert sands was undeniably unusual and striking. If you found today's video interesting, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important to us. Be sure to check out the next video appearing on your screen. You're sure to love the content we bring. Please leave a comment about which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching, and see you in the latest video.